Congratulations. Boss move. What you refuse to do. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Boss move. What you refuse to do. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. I'll retire when I expire. I'm in the truck like a spare tire. Not a dragon, but I spit fire. Volcano heat, not no little old trenches. Looking at my life through different lenses. Back when my heart was full of vengeance.
It's time for some hoops at FedEx Forum, home of the Grizzlies, and we're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. The New York Knicks coming to this one following a loss, guys, to the Mavericks in Dallas. Down low, here's Jackson, and the layup falls. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Brunson adds a two-pointer. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Morant, right side. Going inside. Good D by Anunoby. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. Will try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Bain, no good. And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top. Top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
Now here's Towns. After the miss from Desmond Bain.
This demonstrates how confident Bridges has become. Knows he has a green light to fire away.
Here's Morant. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Bridges. From 18 feet away. And he gets it to go. Bridges has got 5 now.
The mid-range isn't a total no-go for Bridges. He can get that dialed in.
And it's Morant missing.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot. I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And Collins has got the ball here for the Knicks. Right side Towns. Lets it go with a 3. And John Collins good for 3.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
And Morant gets it to go.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Left side Collins. Bridges outside. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. And there's a minute 45 left in the first. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
How about the little guy throwing himself on the glass?
Here's Morant. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Bridges got his 3rd basket of the night.
When he's on, the 3-pointer can be a real weapon for Bridges.
The Knicks with the lead. Pass to Brunson. The kick out to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Over Bagley. Here's Towns. Goes back up. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And you have to account for Towns on the backboards. He is too big to miss.
Now Morant. He has 7.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And here's Brunson outside. Morant with some nice D. Mikal Bridges has been the guy making things happen for the Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Jackson. Pass to Aldama. Jackson with it. It's Pippen on the wing. Clock at 6. Now Aldama. Robinson with the block. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Shamet with it. On the wing, man. To the middle. Robinson. Great pass to set up the layup. Robinson's got the lead up to 4 now for New York.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Out to Payne. Launches it. The shot misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
In the corner, Kennard with it. And here's Jackson. Still without a basket. 3-pointer. Kennard's shot is off. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bain missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. the Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
Pass to Bagley. Outside Pippen. On the wing, Jackson. Aldama inside. It's good. Aldama's got his first points of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for your Grizzlies.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Drops in the tray. Man's got 5.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
High post, Pippen. No scoring in this one. Shot clock at 5. Robinson pulls it in. The Knicks leading by 4. Here's Man. No good on the 3. .125 left in the first half. Pass to Stephens. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Grizzlies have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. And that will conclude this long 7-game road trip. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Jackson with the screen. To the paint. And yes, it's good. Jackson's got his second basket.
Just like his pop, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, look, this man, when he gets close to the hoop, it is pretty much automatic. You can't let that happen.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Pass to Collins. .30 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy ones.
Now here's Wells. Jalen Brunson grabs the miss. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And here's Collins from outside. John Morant grabs the rebound. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks out front, up 3. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Here's Man. Connects in the foul line jumper. Man's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Knicks.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that. Oh, yes! And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
In the corner, Shamet with it. Pass to Man. There's a screen by Achua. Man can't hit.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Bain drives in. Wells wide open. Knicks with the rebound. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Inside. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Robinson's got the lead up to 5 now for New York. And stolen by Payne. Back to Shamet. Pass to Mann. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively. And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Yeah, that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
His third personal foul. First team foul.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. On the wing, Mann. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
In the corner, Kennard with it. And that time, also a missed shot. New York leading by 10. Pass to Mann. Stolen by Jackson. Out in his own on the break. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. To the inside. Here's Aldama. Misses from short range.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Achua. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now a 12-point Knicks lead.
Some slippage at the defensive end here in the second half, allowing the offense to establish more of a rhythm.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable.
An unselfish guy who enjoys setting his guys up. Bagley has impressive vision for a big fella.
Fires for 3. And it's Shamet missing.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Pippen outside. They get it back. Pass to Aldama. And here's Jackson. Back to Pippen. Takes the 3. Aldama can't hit.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Payne. Now, here's Achua. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass. Achua's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Bagley, no good.
Nice work to rise up and secure that miss. Solid rebounding effort from him.
Payne looking around. Goes up to the stripe. Count it. Good. And now a 10-point Knicks lead.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 7. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one goes on Anunoby.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And if you're wondering what makes Ja so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Anunoby. To the middle. Bridges outside. 5 on the clock. Driving in. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Knicks lead by 7.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Here's Morant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. RJ, Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind. And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Brunson outside. A 3 ball. There it is. Brunson with the deep shot.
3 points.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
There's a screen. Here's Wells. Here's Heaney. In the air. And the layup is good. Heaney's got his first basket.
The adjustment. Man, what a finish.
Here's Brunson. Brunson being aggressive.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Grizzlies call timeout. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. He tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys.
Thank you, David.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Morant drives in. Edie. Power down with both hands.
And it's so difficult to defend Morant in a pick and roll because not only can he get his own, but he can also create passing angles in very tight spaces.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Left side, Collins. Out to Bridges. And Brunson has it in the corner. Wells with the steal. It's Morant in the corner. Beyond the arc. Morant with another miss. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Knifing his way towards the rim. I love when Mikal gets aggressive.
Back to Morant. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Good D by Anunoby. Back to Collins. Stolen by Jackson.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Knicks.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Jalen Brunson.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Kennard for 3. They get it again. For the 3. Out to Morant. From the arc. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
It's stolen by Bagley.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
So it's New York picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks.